Staying positive during a particularly tough job search is easier said than done because there's only so much rejection that you can take. But there are ways to stay motivated even as you face great uncertainty. So let's talk about 8 ways that you can stay positive during a particularly stressful job search. Hey everybody, it's Brian from A Life After Layoff, and today I want to talk to you about how to stay positive while looking for a job. If you want to see more videos about how to land your dream job, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I've got weekly content planned. It's all from an insider's perspective. I'm a corporate recruiter with over 20 years of experience, and I'm going to lay it all on the line to help you get your dream job. If you've been looking for a job for any period of time, you've probably become pretty accustomed to getting rejected. It almost becomes a game. What company's going to reject you the fastest, or maybe in the most unique manner, or which company's just going to flat out ghost you. But being rejected is okay. It's just part of the process. Don't be too hard on yourself. Everybody experiences it, not just you. Therefore, staying positive in a job hunt is all the more important. Experiencing rejection after rejection can really start to hurt your confidence. And the last thing that you need in your job search is you starting to doubt whether or not you can even do the position that you once were so effective in. Really, shifting your mentality is the key. Now, I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done, Brian. But I've actually been there too. I know what it's like. So how have I pressed on during times where I was really starting to doubt myself? Let's talk about some of the ways that you can maintain positivity during your job hunt, especially if you're not having much success. The first thing I'm going to recommend is treating your job search like a full-time position. So you want to set your alarm, get up at the same time you would normally get up for a full-time position, go through your normal routine, get breakfast, even get dressed up like you're going to work. Carve out a part of your day to focus on job hunt, then a portion for networking, and then finally make sure that you have time for self-improvement. Get in the habit of ending at the same time. Maybe pick 5 p.m. to get up from the computer and shut down things for the night. It's all about balance. Spending too much time in job search is only going to lead to burnout. Let's take that a step further. The next thing that I would recommend is take your weekends off. Now, if you follow me on LinkedIn, you know I've already talked about this, but put the computer away for the weekend. Don't worry about looking for jobs because the thing is, they're not going anywhere. And recruiters take the weekend off too. So you're not missing out on anything. The jobs will be waiting for you on Monday. Take that time to recharge so that when you come back on Monday, you're refreshed and ready to go. Obsessing over your job hunt is never going to give you a leg up in the competition. You're only going to come across as being flustered and burned out by the time I actually talk to you. Again, you want to allow balance in your life. The next thing I'm going to suggest is mind your mind. I'm a firm believer that your thoughts create your reality. So if you're thinking negative thoughts about yourself or starting to doubt yourself, you're actually going to manifest that. On the flip side, if you think positive thoughts, you actually start to manifest that as well. Pay close attention to your inner monologue. If you're noticing negative thought patterns or negative loops, self-doubt, thinking you're never going to find a position, you're not good enough, employers don't like you, your resume sucks, all of those things are negative thought patterns. They're not going to help you get a job. You should actually approach that very mindfully, and I use that term purposefully because you want to actually squash those negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones. I'd actually come up with a daily mantra that you repeat, maybe as part of your morning routine, that you're going to manifest abundance and the perfect job is going to come your way. Now, I know it sounds hokey, but try it each and every day and notice the difference. The next thing I'm going to suggest is you really need to manage your expectations. I think people go into their job search thinking that they're going to throw out 10 applications, going to get 5 interviews, 3 offers, and then they're going to be done in 1 month. And that's just simply not how it is. If you apply to 100 jobs, you should expect to get 95 rejections, 5 interviews, and maybe 1 or 2 offers out of that. So if you do the math, you're really looking at a 1 or 2% success rate. And that's perfectly normal. In fact, some of the people that I've coached have actually applied to 300 to 400 different positions before finally landing that perfect offer. Now, of course, we want to be selective in the type of role that we accept. But I want you to be realistic in your job hunt. If you've only applied to a couple dozen positions, you really haven't been at it long enough. And sure, there's always going to be that one person that gets an offer right out of the gate, but that's not really common. Besides, the normal job hunt usually takes between 6 to 9 months, could even take as long as a year. So if you've only been applying for positions for a few months and not having luck, just give it a little bit of time. There's no need to get down on yourself. You were hireable before and you're hireable again. Which leads me to the next tip. You gotta shoot the score. Back in my single days, I would go to a bar with a good friend of mine. Now, he would talk to every cute girl in the bar, and he got rejected almost every time. I actually asked him one time, does that ever bother you that you get rejected so often? And he told me one thing. He said, you gotta shoot the score. Now, don't let your mind run wild. He was just talking about getting a phone number, but that always stuck with me. Because it didn't matter that he got rejected 99 times. If he walked out of that bar with one phone number, he was successful in his search. The same thing goes for a job hunt. You can be rejected 99 times, but if you get that one offer that's perfect for you, you still were successful in finding the job. It's really a numbers game, so apply for jobs that really interest you and get your name out there. Now, taking it a step further, you need to develop thick skin. My friend developed really thick skin, and getting rejected 99 times in a night didn't affect him. He knew it wasn't personal. These people didn't even know who he was. They just didn't want his pitch. The same thing goes for job hunt. You have to develop thick skin. Rejections are going to happen. You can't let them bother you and throw you off your game. Besides, there is a degree of luck. Recruiters look through so many resumes that if you're not in the right place at the right time, a lot of cases you're not even going to get seen. So if you get rejected for a role that you knew you were perfect for, just smile. Know that they're missing out on a potentially great employee and move on with your day. There's no need to get overly upset about it. Now, if you're wondering how to best deal with rejection in your job search, I actually made a video about that recently, and I'll leave a link below for it. The next thing that I'm going to suggest to you is to learn from your failures. If you get so far along in your interviewing process and you get that rejection, it can be absolutely heartbreaking. But there's a learning opportunity there. If you didn't get feedback on why you weren't specifically selected, ask the recruiter. Tell them that you're looking to improve your interviewing skills and that any feedback they can provide would be helpful for your future search, and take heed of the advice they give you. If you can apply learning to the mistakes that you made in that particular interview, you can apply them in your next interview, because they'll help you learn what your weaknesses are and how to firm up your sales pitch. And that in turn is going to make you a better interviewer. The next thing I would suggest is spending time improving yourself. Use this time to improve a skill, maybe tighten up your hiring game, or even start a business on the side. Not only is it going to make you more marketable, but it's also going to keep you mentally sharp and engaged. Having a reason to get out of bed every morning is also going to help with your energy level. Plus, employers are going to want to know that you made the best out of a bad situation and you actually improved yourself in the process. So be aggressive, learn a new skill, improve yourself. It's an investment in you. Listen, I know it's easy to get down on yourself after a particularly difficult job search. It happens to the best of us, but you can control your outcome by taking ownership of the situation. Your attitude in the process makes a world of difference, and employers are going to take notice. Just trust that you are going to find another position and the perfect position for you. Be patient and prepare yourself to take advantage when that opportunity presents itself. If you need more help with your job search, that's actually what I specialize in. I'm a corporate recruiter with 20 years of experience. I've hired thousands of people into some of the world's most well-known companies. I've got a website called lifeafterlayoff.com. It's loaded with tips and tricks on how to get through the hiring process, all from an insider's perspective. I'll leave a link below. I also have a training course called the Ultimate Layoff Bootcamp. It's 7 hours of dedicated training, getting you through each step of the hiring process, ultimately with the goal of landing your dream position. I'll leave a link below for that as well, something to check out. Hey, try to stay positive. You're going to find something. I'm here to help, so make sure you follow along. Happy job hunting, and we'll see you on the next one.